Damn it.
Oh, no. Well, welcome back to Good Day Big Bear and Find a Home in Big Bear. I'm John Wells with Exit Realty.
And I'm Dan Bathursta with Exit Realty.
And it is tax day.
Tax day.
Monday,
Stress
April
day.
15th.
So outside of Christmas, this is the only other real stress day in...
Is that right? Why? Well, I guess if you wait until
the last minute.
Last minute.
You know, everybody procrastinates. We've got another
Yeah.
day. We've got another day. We got a week. We got a month. Don't worry about it.
Just do an extension.
You know? Yeah. Well, that's like lying. It still comes back and bites you later.
Yeah,
You know,
it
doesn't
still
make any
comes
difference.
in there.
The truth has to come out.
We're here talking about the real estate market in Big Bear Lake, California. Actually, Big Bear Valley.
Big Bear Valley.
Big Bear
Yes.
Lake, Fawn Skin, the whole shooting match
Yes.
there.
Our stats are presented by our MLS board, and
Yes.
they are as accurate as you can possibly get. So,
Well, you know, and they change a little bit because people enter stuff wrong and it comes back. But you can keep up with it on any of our websites. Of course, the main website,
ExitRealtyBigBear.com or FindAHomeInBigBear.com,
and that's where we keep up all of our stats. And it's kind of a non-branded thing. It's available for anybody. If you'd like to get on our mailing list, just send us an email, and we'll be happy to do that. And that's right around there at the bottom of the screen as we're talking there. Real quickly, residential stats as of April 15th, we have 350 listings, which is our high year to date.
Right. Yeah, that's
It's the most we've
amazing.
had.
It's amazing.
We generally creep up a little bit, and they range from 58,000 to 2,000,009.
Yeah.
So somewhere in that range, you ought to be able
So
to
there's
find
something for everyone out there.
Yes,
right, at
there
this
is.
point.
And I thought very interesting a stat we added this week. We've got 98 pending.
Yes.
Tell you how many solds we had. We had 213 solds. So half of the year's solds are currently in pending.
Yeah.
So it's going to increase by 30%.
And
when
that
these
is
all
amazing.
close.
I mean, the market is really pushing hard right now. You know, I think every agent out there is quite excited about what's
Right.
going on in the industry. It's really not about people getting more money or more jobs or anything else. It's about inventory. You know?
Right.
This is the lowest our inventory has been in several years. And it's kind of an amazing push for us.
And if you'd like to get more stats or different stats, again, just email us or give us a call. But the pending to me was very interesting because, again, it's from 59,000 to 1,000,001. So it's a pretty broad range
Right.
in the residential market there. And the days on market are coming down. We've come down from almost 160 days on market at the top of the year. We're down to 114 now.
Right.
So as things are going into pending, new ones are coming on, and they're getting snapped up pretty quick.
And we are in that multiple offer program, you know, that it usually occurs down the hill first, and that as it has for probably the last 6 months. Now we're feeling that same effect up here. We're usually just a little behind the market as far as that kind of stuff goes.
Right.
So
And we're at 179 a square foot, and our average sale is 1,571 square feet, 281,000. So
amazing.
pretty good in the residential. Now, lots and land are kind of an interesting place too, and they're kind of a telltale sign of things to come, I think.
Well, the nice thing about that is you know, people are realizing on the low end that market is really kind of dissipating. There's not much out there. The availability on good homes, you know, for the longest time we were dealing with short sales foreclosure,
Right.
That were pushing that market for the low end because you could virtually get a house.
They were the bulk
for a
of the
great
market,
bottom price.
Right.
And now at this point, those are starting to dry up. So people realize, you know, the opportunity is in the land. At what we're seeing in the land right now, for at this point in where we're at. Let me get to that page.
Where we at with dirt, huh?
Where are we with dirt today? So we've got 262 currently listed, and that ranging from 5,000 to
4,340,000.
Wow. You know, I
Big chunk
hadn't
of
even
land.
seen that before. That's a big chunk of land, you know. And again, back to that pending, we've got 21 pending. We've got 38 sold for the year. Last year we had 22 at this point. And again, you know, you have to realize that a lot of those are going to be your 5,000 square foot, your opportunity to build a small home. It's really important that we get contractors back into the valley, that
Right.
we get our building department open on a full-time basis again, where people can start that growth program. And the good thing is talking to Bill George, that he's a lot busier now than he had been. He's our local inspector for the county, and great guy, does a good job. covers a lot of territory. But the thing that we're seeing now is an increase. We're almost double what we did last year at this time in the lots. The contractors are pulling more permits. As last time I was in the building department, a lot of permits, seeing a lot of plans to be approved. So the growth is there, and it's starting to take place. It's not in the high line as much as it is in that under 300,000 range, but those lots are available. They're getting, if you have lots that you'd like to sell, they are getting approximately 85% of their asking price. So it's a good moving market right now.
Which is pretty good for
we've
lots.
Increased from, we're at $4.77 a square foot, which is up from the beginning of the year, which was around $1.63. So we're doing much better in the land department. So.
And again, would really encourage you, if you're looking at dirt, make sure you've got a professional on your side.
Absolutely.
Because there are wrinkles.
Yes, there are stipulations in every area of building. Baldwin's a little tougher than Irwin. Bear City is, Bear City and in that immediate area is a good area for you to be building in, because those stipulations, water meters, sewer lines, tie-ins and things like that, you're looking at a good chunk of money to start with. So be prepared that you need to look into those entities right along with buying that land.
Make sure you know what you're doing. And the further east you get out in the rural areas, those stipulations have to do with how close you are to somebody else's water, to somebody else's septic. So it's not just your chunk of dirt.
Well, in the more rural areas, you now have to drop a well. There are no more holding tanks, so you're looking at a $10,000 to $15,000 expense there to get. You can't be within 100 feet of a holding tank for your gray water and everything else. So,
and if you got a 50-foot lot, that's hard.
If you got neighbors, it's real hard. If you don't have neighbors, well, you're the first one in, so you're in good shape. So you got to be aware of all these little things. So we're happy to help you in any way on that one.
And we kind of alluded to a little bit earlier about how the market has changed with foreclosures and short sales. Well, because last year, they were the chunk of the market.
It was, and it was everybody, pretty much standing around waiting to see what's going to happen and what is going to take place in the market now. The short sale and foreclosure, short sales, we're only looking at 16 currently listed, 33 year to date. The pendings are 25 pending, and you have to understand, in the short sale and along with the foreclosure, those are a long process to get through. So they're taking the time. They eat up a lot of your time. So these pendings could have already been on. I know I have one that's pending for 5 months. So you just absolutely don't really know when they are they're gonna close.
And again, if you're looking at that, make sure you get a professional on your side, because there are ways to shortcut this. If you can kind of take all the emotion out of the deal and all that stuff and just look at the deal, there's ways to shorten that timeline.
And if you have an agent that's accustomed to dealing with these banks, there are some really hard banks to deal with, and persistence is what makes it happen. And you have to stay on it all the time.
I'm sorry, I apologize for the chuckling there, but we know of some of these banks intimately.
It is amazing, folks. So I would say that the market itself, in looking at it, you're seeing that the homes are priced accordingly. They were pushed by short sale foreclosure, not so much anymore. The shortage of the residential listings at this point have kind of, you see a lot of opportunity. If you don't know, as of now, HARP has been extended to 2015. So that HARP has helped 2.2 million people not to be able to refi their home. If your loan was a Fannie Mae or a Freddie Mac prior to May of 2009, I believe that's the date, May 31st of 2009, then you are eligible for this program. There are some other things in there that you have to qualify for, but they have rewritten and refied many homes. This program has turned out to be one of the better programs. So if you're underwater, it's for the underwater people that have made, you can't have any derogs for the last 66 months. I mean, for the last 6 months, and
So you're not late on anything else.
Only one deraug in 12 months, meaning that you're late on your house payment. So that they will work with you on that program. But it's turned out to be a very good program, and it is saving a lot of people from going to short sale. So by doing that, our short sale count is way down everywhere.
Right.
We're looking at this point, with only 16 currently listed, and in the foreclosure, only 18 currently listed, with 28 pending. They used to be a big chunk of our cash market. The short sales cash market is 23%, and the foreclosure market is 37%.
Well, and even on foreclosures, and these two categories are the only place we're really down in transactions from last year.
Yes.
Foreclosures are almost half of
Which
where
is-
we were last year.
Which is
this
really
time.
what we want. This is
Yes,
what we've been
right.
waiting for. This is that turn, for those people out there that are waiting for the bottom. It's kind of it's a mini bubble, if you will.
I've heard that a couple of times.
Yeah, and so the point of that is the fact that those entities are down for the short sale and foreclosure, which is the number that we're looking for, and the better part of our market is now the residential. Residential is strong at this point because of the lack of inventory, not because of any other part of the demand.
Well, and I think another part that's feeding that is it's getting, I don't want to say easier, but it's a little easier to get some financing now.
Well, your interest rates are still low.
Right. And they
I
probably
wouldn't
won't
count
be
on
for
that. I wouldn't count on
terribly
that to stay
long.
a
Yes.
very long time, because as the market goes up in value, obviously they want to recoup and get back into their program, so they're going to start raising those rates. And if you watch the news, you'll see that they've been talking about that a lot lately.
Right.
So that could change at any given time. Don't assume that this market is going to carry and that you're going to be able to deal with getting good rates and good prices. Something gives when something pulls.
Right.
So.
Right.
that's
So,
what
very good. Again, get a professional on your side, get some advice, and most important, get in the market.
Yes,
It's a
absolutely.
great time to be a buyer and not a bad time to be a seller.
Absolutely.
Not a bad time
we
to
are
be a
getting
seller.
multiple offers. So
Yes.
just remember that those people, that's what's driving the market. The multiple offers are raising the value of your home. So this is a definite time, and if we can accommodate you, we would love to.
Yep.
You can contact me at exitrealtybigbear.com. You can also reach John.
You can get me at the same place.
Same place, and more stats, more information on findahomeandbigbear.com.
And get on our mailing list, and we'll email these to you every week, and you can call and chat about it. And no contract required.
Absolutely, and we'll send you this
Appreciated, but not
information so
required.
you can make your own decisions
Yes.
and watch how this market is fluctuating, but it is actually on the increase now.
All right. And we'll be back with next week with more stuff to keep you informed on the real estate market. In the meantime, I'm John Wells,
And I'm Dan Bathursta.
and we're Exit Realty. See you next week.